Hey friend, and I'm gonna take you behind the scenes in my bedroom, an update on the paint project. So here's where I'm at. All right, I still have the purple wall in place. I have not done a second coat to turn it into the nutmeg. On this wall, you can see I have a vaulted ceiling. I am afraid of heights and I have zero desire. Like I start to shake just getting a couple of steps up on the ladder. I also don't have a ladder that's gonna be high enough to do up in there. So for now, here's where I came up with the solution. I drew a line. Can you see how it looks? I think it was like 95 inches up. I drew a line that matched where the molding is over here on this wall so that it's going to seamlessly flow. That's the idea. So I wanted to make sure that before I hire anybody to come and paint the rest of it, that I really loved the color, that I was fully committed to the choice. And so I wanted to get enough of the wall space painted, and I'm actually still gonna finish the other walls, sit with it, see how it feels. And then if I need to, I can always call in a painter to finish this triangular space up above. I don't even know if somebody would come do such a small project, but I have one on each side of the room that's going to need to be done. So that's where those big parts are. In the last video, I'm still where I was here. I haven't even got to like a full second coat. The purple is still there, and I'm going to cover that when I get the roller in place. And then I'm rolling here. I can just roll over the purple as well. So that's how I'm going to update that. And then today I'm starting, you can see I've started on the bathroom door, and I'm gonna start working my way to cover up all of this space. You can see, look, there's still more snow outside, and so I've got that bright white light that I'm dealing with, and that's what I wanna cover up and make the room more cozy. But all in all right now, I'm already loving the nutmeg. That's the color that's on the wall. It's already adding so much warmth to the space that I'm putting all my focus towards the wall that's done when I'm sitting in my room at night instead of looking over here on this cold wall. And I'm just, oh yeah. So I am excited. I'm motivated to finish up this project and continue to make the progress. I started painting the bathroom door because the door faces into the bedroom. That makes sense. I'm color drenching everything, which means I also need to paint the trim on the outside. But then on the door frame, I've got to be careful because I'm not ready yet to do the bathroom. I know I'm going to paint the bathroom, but I don't yet know if I'm going to extend the color of the bedroom into the bathroom. That's still to be decided because I really, really, really want to put wallpaper in the bathroom after having success putting wallpaper in the downstairs bathroom and loving it. So I think I'm only going to paint till, like on the door frame, there's like a halfway point. I think I'm only going to paint to the halfway point and color drench that so that's visible from my bedroom, and then leave the inside part still in the cream. That makes sense, I think, as far as how I would set this up for color drenching. You know, you always have to think through, and I've watched enough YouTube videos, like which part of the door gets painted, which color, all the things. And so you think through that scope as you're planning out your project. Can you relate to this? All right, now, just the first coat going on for the molding. I like to go very thin on my first coat so that I don't get heavy speckles or drips. Just spreading it out nice and thin. Now, how do you handle big projects? For me, especially when I know that it's a project that I'm going to completely do all on my own, I have to plan out accordingly to my energy levels and the space and the time that I have. So I'm pretty much only painting on weekends because I have work throughout the week, and then I don't want to work early morning painting. That's not appealing to me when I first wake up. And usually at the end of the day, I have other things I'm conquering, and it's like painting is not the first thing on my mind. So this is pretty much a weekend project, and I can't paint for long periods of time because my wrists get tired from painting. So knowing all the things that I do about myself, knowing what other commitments I have in my life, when I think about a big project, because this room is big and I'm doing it all by myself, so that makes the project feel big, I just need to break it down into chunks. How do you tackle your really big projects? Because you don't want to take on a big project and feel so overwhelmed that it paralyzes you that you can't get anything done, right? You want to be able to look at it and tackle it in smaller pieces. So last night I was like, oh, I have a little bit of energy. Maybe I'll get some painting done. All I could do was this one door. And then I was like, you know what? I'm tired. I'm just going to stop. That wasn't as much as I wanted to get done, but I'm going to honor my body and I'm just going to stop now. And at least I got the whole door done and I was good with that. And now today I'm going to work on getting the molding on this wall done. And that may be all I get done today. And it's like giving myself that allowance to just keep at it with persistence. I'm not going to give up on the project, but not burdening myself that I have to get so much done all at once. Yes? Like this is important for what we do with big projects. This is what we do in our work, in our life. This is also important for how we tackle our workouts. This is why we do these 10-minute increments. So it feels very manageable. Is that a good word for you? Like reasonable, approachable, whatever word fits for you there, to be able to dive in and tackle and know, okay, I got some movement in today and I started my workout. This could be 10 minutes a day, could be a lot for you on the rebounder right now, especially depending on the intensity you bring to it. 10 minutes might not feel like enough and you want to do multiple rounds or keep going for 30 minutes. You meet yourself where you're at, yes. But you set the persistence of knowing that you showed up, you moved your body each and every day, you're investing goodness into your body each and every day, and that, friend, adds up in consistency, which adds up to give you the results that you're seeking. Okay, one of the things I decided to do is I'm taking off all the plates, and they're older, that they're like yellowed because they're from the 90s, and I am painting them. So I'm going to test it out. I'm just going to paint over them. They're handling the paint really well. This is my second coat now. And if it blends in and it looks fantastic, then yay. I feel like that's a win. And if not, then I was already planning to upgrade anyhow. But I'm going to give it a try. I mean, why not, right? So I'm just brushing it on really gently and in light coat. And all right, there we go. Second coat done. It just didn't make sense to me to throw them out if I didn't need to. And I wasn't sure how well it would handle the paint, but it seems to be taking it on pretty well. And it just didn't make sense to throw them away if I didn't need to, right? Recycle, reuse. What's the last R? Recycle, reuse, repurpose. I love buying secondhand clothes. So many times I get stuff and it's like still got the tags on it, or it's in such quality shape, you know, somebody didn't wear it very much. There's lots of waste in the world. I mean, from my children alone, the things that they just throw away for no reason. So if I can contribute and be repurposed, and also it just matches so it looks cool, why not? While I'm painting, I'm listening to an audiobook called Effortless by Greg McNewen. I don't know how to say his last name, but the book is called Effortless. And one of the chapters really focuses on doing nothing and the value of restorative rest by not putting yourself under constant pressure to go, 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 do, always have something on your to-do list. And I want to open this up for conversation because when we get to the stage in life where we have been managing so many things, we have been doing all the things to rise and build our careers, to raise our families, to take care of ourselves and others, we can get to a stage where we can find ourselves taking on so much, always having a massive to-do list. There's something that we can't, and where we just can't seem to settle into just doing nothing, having nothing to do on our to-do list, because it feels like we're lazy. It feels like we're going to fall into boredom. It feels like pressure. Honestly, that's how it's felt for me, is that I have to even show the appearance of being busy, of doing something. That if I take time off to do nothing and someone sees that, someone observes it, it's like, oh, this is my dirty little secret. Have you felt that? After my last phase of burnout, like distinguish very clear burnout. I felt it, that I had to just stop. I had to allow myself the space to heal, to recover. Coming out of that last time that happened to me, it taught me the value of true rest, that we are not designed to just go all the time, that we do need periods where we can at least settle our mind and we can calm our physical body and we can nurture our soul. All of these elements, our mind, our body, and our spirit, need rest. And are we giving ourselves that adequate space that we need in our day, in our schedules, to be able to have that? When I decided it was time to go back and get a job, I knew I wanted to work from home because I wanted to be able to manage my own schedule so that I could build in periods of rest. I could space out my activities in the way that allowed me to work with my natural energy, my dynamics throughout the month, because my energy goes up and down with hormones. However, I also wanted to balance out my mind and my physical capacity as well. And so like doing an activity like this today, yes, I'm tending to do that only on the weekend right now, but this activity is like, it's not physically exerting for me because I have a plan. I'm doing it in small chunks. So it's pretty restful overall for my physical body. But I still feel like I'm getting some physical movement and I'm not being lazy just sitting there, because I'm at a stage in my life where I honestly cannot just sit anymore. It bothers me, and I get to feel restless. I need to be doing something versus just sitting. So for me, I'm on the floor, I'm moving around, I'm painting as I go, but I'm also tuning in and I'm listening to an audiobook. So I'm still learning, but it's casual. It's not intense, and it actually, for me, understanding now that I have ADHD, it's actually calming my mind, because my mind is not causing effort. My mind is not having to work to solve problems, create strategies, just think through things. Instead, it's listening to the book, and that actually calms me. So for me, this is an activity where I'm getting something done and I feel good about that. But at the same time, it's rest. Does that make sense? And this is rejuvenating for me because I'm restoring calm to myself. And then I'll do this for about an hour and then I'll be done. I'll wrap up. I won't paint no more today. And then I will move on and I'll do something else and I will feel that restorative rest. So just put that out there, because rest looks different for all of us. And if you have restlessness in being still, so this is an entirely personal thing. You've got to look at it for yourself. How can you give yourself rest? How can you build it into your schedule like I'm doing with the painting? I know that this is restorative for me. I know this allows me to take a break from using my active brain just to listen to the audiobook and paint while I go. And so I don't feel idle. I don't fall into that state of boredom or restlessness, but I am calming myself. My mind, my body, and my spirit all get to calm during this hour of what is a restful activity for me. We all have different ones. Maybe for you, it's folding the laundry. Maybe for you, it's cooking something, or it's sitting down and reading a good book, going for a walk. Like, these activities all count as rest if this is something that really resonates with you. If this is something that feels good and restorative for you, and you come out of it going, oh, I needed that.